Today, we live in a world obsessed with big wins, million-dollar businesses, overnight fame, instant success stories. But let me ask you, how many of those stories last? How many of those so-called overnight successes collapse just as quickly as they rise? The truth is this: real wealth does not begin with millions. It does not begin with fame. It begins with pennies. Cicero, the Roman philosopher, once said, "Wealth begins with small coins." And though it sounds almost too simple, hidden inside that statement is one of the greatest truths of life. A truth that could change the way you see money, habits, and even success itself. That is what we do here at Daily Drive Dose. We fuel your mind. We sharpen your vision. We bring you wisdom and stories that transform the way you live. So if this is your first time here, welcome. You are in the right place. Because tonight, we will take a journey together. Through history. Through lives transformed. Through timeless wisdom. To discover why the smallest coins, the smallest steps, the smallest habits are the foundation of greatness. And by the end of this message, you will never look at a single dollar or a single choice the same way again. Act 1. The Seed of Wealth. Let me tell you a story. A young boy in New York City, 10 years old, standing on a street corner selling newspapers. He earned just a few cents a day. For most kids, that money would vanish instantly. Candy, toys, foolish pleasures. But not this boy. He saved. He stacked. He guarded every coin as if it mattered. By 20, he opened a small shop. By 30, he owned several. By 50, he was a millionaire. Was this luck? No, it was discipline. It was Cicero's truth in action. Wealth begins with small coins. Benjamin Franklin once warned, "Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship." And he was right. Most people don't fail because of one giant disaster. They fail because of leaks. The daily coffee. The mindless spending. The habits they never question. Small leaks sink great ships. Act 2. From Pennies to Empires. Howard Schultz. He grew up poor. His father, a truck driver, injured on the job. No health insurance. No safety net. But Schultz saw something powerful in something small. A cup of coffee. 25 cents. From that tiny coin he built Starbucks. A global empire. Greatness did not begin with millions. It began with pennies and vision. This is the law of compounding. Albert Einstein called it the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." Imagine this. $5 a day. 1 cup of coffee. Seems harmless. But if you invested that $5 every day for 30 years, it becomes over $150,000. 1 coin. 1 choice. Repeated daily. That is the power of compounding. Act 3. Habits and systems. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, wrote, "You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems." Everyone has goals. But not everyone builds systems. And systems are nothing more than habits. Small actions repeated daily. Success is not a leap. It is a staircase. And every step is built from small coins. I once knew an immigrant worker. He earned minimum wage, barely enough to survive. But he made a choice. Save just 10% of every paycheck. At first, it was painful. But he kept going. 20 years later, he bought his first home. 30 years later, he retired with dignity. No miracle. No lottery. Just small coins, multiplied by time. The difference between the broke and the wealthy is not luck. It is discipline. The courage to say no today so you can say yes tomorrow. Act 4, the mindset of wealth. Wealth is not just numbers. It is a mindset. The wealthy respect every dollar. The poor ignore it. The wealthy invest time. The poor waste it. Warren Buffett understood this at 11 years old. He bought his first stock for 114. That's it. Today he is worth more than 100 billion, but his rule never changed. Don't lose money. Start small. Let time do the work. It's not just money. It's every choice. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier. Read 5 pages. Say no to one useless expense. Small steps. Small coins. And if you respect them, they will grow. They will protect you. They will set you free. Act 5, Legacy. As Lao Tzu once said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Most people never take that step because it looks too small. But the small step is never small. It is the beginning of everything. Respect the coin. Respect the habit. Respect the step. Because one day, those small coins will build your freedom. They will build your legacy. So the next time you hold $1, don't ask, what can this buy me today? Ask instead, what can this build for me tomorrow? Because Cicero was right. Wealth begins with small coins. And if you respect the small, it will not stay small. It will grow. It will protect you. It will set you free. If this message spoke to you, share it. Someone you know needs to hear this truth. And if you are ready to start building, coin by coin, habit by habit, subscribe to Daily Drive Dose. Because greatness does not begin with millions. It begins with one coin, one choice, one step. And your step begins now.